Alright, so we are here today painting the tiki drummer. Well, not this tiki drummer, but our tiki drummers. And I got a really cool message from Boneyard Tiki on Instagram, who has one of these drummers, and he said that the base color on this thing, after looking far and wide and high and low, is actually nutmeg from the Rust-Oleum line. So we're gonna get started and prime our drummers today. So some of you guys that follow me on Instagram know that I had those 3D printed with a wood impregnated plastic, and they're actually stainable. The problem with that, and which I didn't realize at the time until I got him, was there isn't really any wood. If you look closely, this is basically a clay sculpture that has been painted, and it's up on a shelf, so you don't really need the detail because it's up so high inside the tiki room. So me making it look like wood doesn't really do it justice if you're trying to recreate exactly how the large ones look. So I'm going with I'm gonna paint those ones the same way that this one is painted and not try to make it, look like a stained wood. Oh well. All right, so I got the thing base coated with the spray paint, and then I did one of the dry brush top coats, and I thought it was a little too light, so I went and darkened it up a little bit. But what was cool about it is it actually kind of gives it a little bit more of a mottled look. It gives it more depth, which I like. So the next step is to go in and do all of the colors. And I should have recorded it, but I didn't. But I went through and mixed up all of the different hues of green. I was just kind of paying close attention. I really, again, want to thank Mike Ramel for loaning me this, because I really want to do it justice and I want to do it right. And it's hard to do when you don't, it's hard to do off of pictures because, computer screens and everything change the tone and the colors of things. So being able to actually have it in front of me, tangible, is a huge help and can get me a lot closer than I could if I was just going off of pictures. So, thank you, Mike. So next, I'm going to start going through and following along what is on here and start adding them to our guys. One thing that I haven't really been happy with is the gray. It's kind of a mix between, a gray and a brown, and this one has a little bit of a yellow in it. So each time that I've painted the gray part, I just don't like the way it comes out when I'm drying, or when it's drying. So I think I finally have the color. It needed a little yellow ochre in there, and I think I finally have it. So we're gonna give it a last paint. Everything else I'm fairly happy with, except you can kind of see it doesn't quite fit right. It doesn't look right. So I'm thinking that this last new color, doing a dry brush over the whole thing, is really going to set this thing home and finish it up. We'll see. Well, I've got to say that I am pretty happy with that. You know, the textures are different, so you're going to get a lot of different readings. A lot of things are going to sit differently inside of grooves, and you're going to, you know, they're not exact. But the sculpt is gorgeous. You know, the piece done, the colors are close. You know, once you take away the master here, and this is all you're looking at, it's going to look perfect. I mean, it looks good. So I am quite happy with that. So I really want to give a big thank you to my friend Chuck here at Metro Finishes for letting me, you know, camp out at his spot here and get this done. Yeah. All right, so all we have left to do now is paint the baseboards and get these guys glued together and glued down, and we are done with the drummers. Woohoo! All right, well, these beauties have had the evening to dry, and they feel pretty secure, so let's get these guys unclamped and see how we are. Yeah, we're good to go. Beautiful. We are in good shape. Now I'm just going to come in here with some black paint and touch up the glue. Make that go away, and we're done.